In today's video, we're going to talk about mobile support. Google prioritizes websites that are mobile friendly in the mobile search results, and overall, your website is going to perform better if it has great mobile support. Now, when it comes to checking if your site supports mobile, in Google's eyes, the best place to start is Google's mobile friendly test. This tool will tell you if, in Google's opinion, your website has good mobile support or not. So if you haven't already, make sure that you run your website through the mobile friendly test. Another helpful resource is Google's mobile best practices listed on their Search Central blog. It covers all of Google's best practices recommended for mobile, which is really useful because you can make sure that you're not doing anything that Google doesn't like. I'll just cover the 3 main implementations that you can use on your website to make sure that you are supporting mobile listed right here. First up is responsive design up here, and responsive designs automatically resizes to fit the screen just like this. Okay. And the second one is dynamic serving, and dynamic serving automatically, when a person visits the web page, and the server automatically detects if they're using a desktop or a mobile device, and then what it does is it delivers them customized content catered to that device. And then finally, the last one is separate URLs, and that is when you have different URLs for desktop, and that's like if you remember that you've ever visited a website, and at the start of the web address, it has m.websitedomain.com with an M at the front, and that means mobile. That's when they have 2 separate websites. One is built for desktop, and another one is built for mobile. Overall, responsive design is by far the best implementation. It's the most well supported by Google, and they even say as much right here, right at the top here. Google recommends responsive web design because it's the easiest design pattern to implement and maintain. Responsive websites are the easiest to maintain because you just have one main design or website, and the design automatically adapts to the desktop and mobile screens, which means you just have one website to work on and one website to maintain. And that's definitely what I recommend, and that's also the implementation that Google recommends. Finally, I want to talk about Browser Stack quickly. Browser Stack is a service that I've used a few times, and what it does is it loads and renders your website on thousands of real devices and browsers, like mobile phones, laptops, iPads, and you can see exactly which devices or browsers where your design breaks and doesn't load well. So you can go and fix it and improve your performance. Now, you might be wondering, why is that important? If you're only checking your website on Chrome on desktop and then on Safari on your iPhone, that doesn't necessarily mean that your design works on all browsers and all devices. On mobile devices in particular, there are loads of different browsers, and some of them load web pages differently, and it's really important that you check that it's been implemented in a way that doesn't break when customers view your website on other devices. They offer a free plan, which in most cases is enough to get started, and it's a really handy tool to just make sure that your website is working well for all users on all devices and browsers. That's it for today, and I'll see you in the next video.